but I don't know if I'm going to have the time to ask him.
Yeah.
All right, time for grand finals. Up is
Either
Yoda
way,
King,
that was a fist fight
So-
action movie. That was a great set.
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
yeah,
enjoyed that set.
absolutely. Like, super back and forth. We got to see the full extent of what Meta Knight can do in basically any matchup. But it also shows that even if your character is so good at killing off of a single touch, you can still keep them out effectively. You can still play neutral, and you can still be ready to DI combos at a moment's notice and mix up your DI so you don't get caught by any little thing.
Exactly.
Man, that's a big backpack bomb. Ow.
Yoda King. Can you be player 2?
Was that game 5 or 4?
I think it was 4.
Okay, so Dan was right.
I won all of those games.
I would agree to some extent.
Yeah.
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 All right. You heard it here first. Game 4.
You know, he said he won them.
He
but-
said he won, but game disagreed.
Baecation, please come to
Yeah, he did SD. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. Now we're about to see grands.
Back the run back.
Yep.
The
Stretch
Lucina.
versus Yoda Cage. Hopefully now he doesn't get upbeat into the stage 4 to 5 times, but you never know.
Right. I mean, it would be at the very least ideal to start to
Start teching those.
Yeah. You know, step 1, hit the R button. Step 2, thrive.
He doesn't even, like, in the matchup, yeah, you have to challenge those Lucina.
Of course, yeah.
upbeats. But say, like, if you're afraid of getting hit by it, it's honestly not that bad to kind of, like, I wouldn't say it's that bad to stay on stage and look for just the ledge trap scenario. Especially as Bowser Jr., you have the cannon, and you have Mecha Koopa, and you have all these, like, potential just, like, distractions, essentially, from your own ledge trap as Bowser Jr. And then even then, you can very easily force somebody in a situation where you just forward throw them or jab them and stuff like that. But him choosing to commit to, you know, going for the edge guard on Lucina, one, it shows that he really knows, like, he has to close it out here. But he just, whatever. He's consistently dying to it. He's really consistently dying to it. I mean, the last game that he played against Stretch, all 3 stocks were because he didn't tech the stage. So
I mean, it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place because do you really want to let Lucina like constantly return to ledge, constantly eat your ledge trap, of which Stretch had been getting off the ledge somewhat reliably?
Stretch really knows how to get off the ledge.
Yeah, like do you want to continually like have him reset neutral and then eventually find a forward throw to kill, or do you want to try and like make those big plays when you see them and go out extra far, but? And maybe he was like just deciding a little bit too late and would get caught by the Dolphin Slash in his indecision.
It explains a lot though, because if you really think about it, that set, that was game 4 or game 5. Either way, it was a very not decently long set, but Yoda had won at least once or twice in the set already. So they were playing a couple of games already, and at that point, Yoda might have been exhausted with letting Stretch kind of get back to the stage, and you know, Stretch passing his ledge trap. So I could see how in the last game that they played, he was probably sick of letting Stretch get back onto the stage and stuff like that, and he was considering, you know, I have to close him out here. So maybe in this, like, maybe we're going to see a set where Yoda gets those gims. I mean, because he's already considered going for it. Granted, maybe he has it burned in his memory where he's dying because he's missing the text, but I mean, if he techs that situation and is successful in that edge guard, it can give him like such a huge profit where he can essentially win the game off of just giving once.
Plus he lives after all of those techs. Like Bowser Jr. can, I mean, we saw him go on the stage a couple of times.
Exactly.
Like, he's not dead by after teching those. He just, like, he gets back to ledge and, you know, maybe you get caught by Lucina on ledge. Her areas are super big, but you're at least giving yourself another chance to go back on.
Correct.
Like, that's just, there's so much missed potential just by, like, missing something like that.
No matter what, you have to tech.
Yeah.
It's just
especially if you're going to keep to the mindset of, like, hey, I want to go out and get this edge guard.
PS2
makes the best games.
All right. So this is grand finals here at Baecation number 66 here at the Lehigh Valley Mall. All right. We've already seen this once before.
Yeah.
Just like how we were saying.
Jazz hands.
Just like how we were saying before, we've already seen this set, and I'm expecting some further adaptation from both sides here.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many points or stretch where, like, he did a bit of adaptation, and he can already to allow him to win. But he can come into the set not only a little bit more prepared, but show some of the same looks to Yoda Cage and see, hey, are you still going to get caught by this? Are you still going to try and do the same things in response? The answer immediately in this game 1 has been no. Yoda Cage is like. He's shown him some new stuff. He's gotten around some of the more common edge guards.
That was really bad.
And he might be closing out this game. This stock 1, excuse me.
There you go. Misinput probably on Stretch's part with that neutral B. But every time Yoda Cage hits that Mecha Koopa into up B combo, I recoil in my chair.
Ooh, just enough drift back to get to ledge and avoid what could be something very deadly, but Yoda Cage does not look like they're in any mood to slow down.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Those are quick conversions from Yoda Cage. Okay. Happened once already. He's got to learn here. It is quick. Don't get me wrong. But in my opinion, I have the slowest reaction time in the whole room, and I can react to it. It's preemptively thinking that you're going to get hit by it. And he just has to adapt there.
Yeah, you're throwing out your move. You don't buffer anything when throwing out the move, so you can just like preemptively hit R, like force the game into an option select where the buffer system natively prioritizes attacks. Natively prioritizes attacks.
There is a fear of like not needing to tech and buffering and air dodge, but you know you're going to get hit by it essentially.
Yeah.
So if you can use the move and buffer that at the same time, the game is going to tech for you. You're right.
Attack comes through and immediately lapped. Like, you know, you may miss some techs, but you've got like nothing is missing in this on stage gameplay at the very least. Like these combos have been on point. He's grabbing when he needs to, and everything started to work together. Good little stutter there.
Stretch was afraid of the Mecha Koopa coming down. You could tell because normally in that situation, it's not normal to hold shield for that long.
Air dodge as well, man. That's super nice.
Forward throw. I was expecting a back throw, but maybe Yoda Cage had something else in mind.
He might be trying to test some of Stretch's DI. Like that forward throw is meant to condition him to DI in. Either way, he closes out thanks to the air dodge.
That was just extremely clean from Yoda Cage. He messed up a little bit, you know.
Yeah, no game's perfect.
That was just really clean. Controlled the whole stage, most of the set. I mean, he still had 2 stocks. He was still under 100% on his second stock. He controlled that game. So good showing from Yoda Cage so far. Hopefully we can see Stretch adapt here. And you know, I could tell we're already in for a good set.
Yeah, so that's 1-0 to Stretch right now. And if previous set has anything to show for it, we're probably seeing states like Small Battlefield here.
Correct.
No, Town and City. Okay.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he did win here before.
Yeah. I don't... Well, Yoda originally took Stretch to the stage, and then Stretch took him back, I'm pretty sure. Like, they were consistently both taking the stage. So maybe it's just a comfort pick. I mean, it is Saturday night. You know, KK's here.
KK's vibing.
You never know.
I mean, I respect it, though, right? Like, you may have just realized, like, hey, I really like everything that this stage provides me.
I mean, I myself love Town. I think this is one of the best stages in the whole game. Aesthetically and just playing on it. It's very fun to play on.
It's crazy how the Animal Crossing stages are just like so good for competitive play. Like such a chill game thrives in such a hardcore attitude.
Both stages are so unique, but so like, yeah, you're right. It's an Animal Crossing game. Why are the stages so good? We're blessed with these 2 stages.
Thank you, KK.
All right. He got hit by that. I think Yoda Cage knew he wanted to pick it up as well, but he still got punished.
Down tilt, but was a little bit too far for the down smash, but cleans it up with a back air. God, he is. Stretch is feeling a little bit more ready, a little bit more counter-adaptive. Maybe the...
Okay, so Yoda Cage pummeled twice, not for the extra damage, but so he could wait for Mecha Koopa to come, and then forward through him, just threw the Mecha Koopa and killed him. That was, in my opinion, genius. That was very great by Yoda Cage.
That's a mindset, or that's a mentality you kind of need, like an awareness, not just of like what your opponent's doing, but where all your resources are.
Yeah, he's playing a puppet character essentially. He's commanding this Mecha Koopa to come in, and Mecha Koopa's putting in a lot of work. But he's losing now. Stretch dominating right now this game. Forward air. thought that there.
Oh my
the
lord.
shield break. Oh, I expected so much more, but I mean, I understand.
Yeah, he's at 50, so you're like
he
you're
wanted
looking
to
for a
string.
combo starter,
Yeah.
but unfortunate closeout. But this is kind of looking like the inverse of game 1 a little bit. F
Yep.
smash.
Adaptation from Stretch.
That would have been a tipper, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, being a Wario player myself, I know how that feels. you want to recover and you want to use like your only like, because in reality, up B is only good for vertical recovery. So he has to get close to the stage somehow. So he kind of felt forced in that situation. And Stretch is doing a very good job to clean it up. Do you think it was the stage pick on Stretch? I mean, I'm pretty sure he went back to town actually.
Yeah.
So,
Like I feel like it's at least throughout all of the games that we've seen, like the only stage that's really led to a completely overwhelming advantage has felt like Battlefield and Small Battlefield, of which they haven't been going to.
okay.
So like Town and City, it offers so much for Lucina because you get to utilize the side blast zones for more reliable killing. Sortie with platforms, what need I say more?
Yeah, exactly.
But it also offers so much space so that Yoda Cage can actually willingly move around.
Yeah, Yoda, a character who picks, I mean, Yoda playing a character who likes SD. Like, he likes that room to run and everything. He can use he can use platforms very well as well with that up there, but he doesn't need them.
No. And if you're going based off of like what you need in any individual game, then like Town and City fulfills everyone's needs,
Exactly.
much like a mall.
This stage is like, there's a reason why everybody likes playing this stage.
Yeah, it's one of the most common counter picks for a reason.
It's just so, the fact that it has 3 forms, there's no reason not to like it. I mean, unless you just don't like Animal Crossing.
Which like respectable, I guess.
Oh, up there, sneaky.
Yeah, this is kind of the this is really going to decide who gets to dictate the pace of the game.
Yeah, exactly. The first stock always does that. Unless you make that comeback right away, Yoda Cage will snowball from this point on. So,
Yeah.
nice nair to jab.
A quick 24. You're happy it's not a grab, but oh, there it is.
And like you said, the snowball starts off that first stock, and the fact that Stretch has not killed him already, like, the fact that Stretch has not killed him already is only extra credit on his part. Like, Yoda is kind of running away with this one.
Yeah, 79 is just like such a huge start to go into your next stock, and Lucina has to be a little bit more like committed for looking for these kills. Like she has definitely combos, but the stuff that Stretch usually looks for aren't as simple as like, hey, Nair 1. And even Nair 1 is not exactly the easiest thing to find compared to.
And he has not closed it out yet. Like you said, the first stock here is the determining stock. And right now that first stock is still here. Is that 169 here? Oh! Oh my God! 169. He's at 69.
Yeah. He died at 50.
He died at 50. Like, oh my God.
Rage is so huge, but I'm like, I 100% agree with like just everything that you were saying with how Stretch was kind of moving towards, moving in that game 3. Like, Yoda Cage took the first stock, and at that point, Stretch was just having such a hard time like finding his footing and finding a way to get his own game plan established. Like, Yoda Cage had full control.
That's really just the kind of the nature of Ultimate. Sometimes you get 3 stocks. Like sometimes it happens. Like when you can't kill the other person, since combos are so heavy and these strings are like getting these strings and doing essentially what Yoda Cage has been doing when he gets this lead is like the name of the game in Ultimate. Sometimes it happens. You get run over. It's just about adapting to the next game and seeing what you can do next.
And it looks like there's going to be plenty to adapt to on Stretch's part, if he even has the chance to go to a game 5 here. But slowly bringing this back on ledge is where Stretch needs to make his money. But with the go-kart just bypassing so many of these buttons and potentially confirming the moves like that, like you're scared and you start sitting in shield, which only lets Yoda Cage move exactly wherever he wants to.
Good up B from Stretch there. And completely avoiding the clown card. Oh, I had actually thought something similar was going to happen where Yoda was going to get hit. That was the sneakiest up B I've ever seen. Wow. And he died across the other side of the stage, right? Like, that was a really good up B on his part.
Yeah, just not ready to DI and
Nope.
ooh. That's a huge, it's a huge benefit for Yoda Cage because now he can start playing the game that he wants. He can take the time to set up if he needs to, or just look for raw damage like some of these up airs, calling out jumps.
Stretch choosing to kind of focus on the Mecha Koopa there, and it didn't work out.
It almost got him killed. Yeah. It's like, was it worth it? Like, all right.
Good tech!
Character development!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, the arc!
Let's go! Okay. All right, Yoda Cage's looking amazing this game as well. Not as good as the last game, but he did it. He teched. Yeah. We've been looking for him to do that the whole time. Right now, Stretch running away with stuff.
Oh my, that was a
really good weight on
and
Stretch's part.
it's still going. He needs to close out up here though, down air, but the slight drift away into air dodge in. Very nice from Yoda Cage, and it lets him put on 66. What was starting to look like a Stretch comeback is now just like going even, but Stretch is already a stock behind.
Yeah. Stretch with these up airs. Good forward tilt.
Down air? No, he's looking for a back air. Yeah, Yoda Cage has been going so much lower, and Stretch, no. Nice closer.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to talk about the good things that Stretch does when that happens there, like reversed. And
yeah.
A bracket reset coming in from Yoda Cage now.
Stretch to
So.
win. Let me hear ya. If you want Yoda to win.
Damn.
No bias. No, that's like Stretch looked so good for in that game too. It looked like it was going to be a repeat of that of winners finals. But Yoda Cage started doing a couple of key things to turn around. One, teching. Woo.
Correct. Yeah, he did it.
Two, trying just to avoid that, the edge guard situations in general. Like he would go a whole lot lower. He got used to the threat range that Stretch was going to, which is basically just Dolphin Slash's range, and would dip completely below that.
Correct.
So, and then on stage he's been playing as he was, which has already been super good.
Yeah, I mean he's controlling the neutral game entirely here. Normally we're seeing Lucina do that, but Yoda Cage doing an extremely good job of controlling that neutral. Now, I mean, if you consider like the games before now, like earlier on in bracket, pretty sure this is like game 9 or 10 that we're on here between these two. I think, but either way, we still have a lot more Smash to go. I mean, this is a bracket reset here. Both sides are now in losers and are completely even. Yoda Cage going super deep for the
He got
I knew that was coming. Yeah. When you catch Bowser Jr. off stage and he has to re-clown card again, that's extremely stressful for the Bowser Jr. player. And Stretch doing a good job at capitalizing that.
And with Lucina's just like straightforward good tools, like this Dolphin Slash that Stretch is starting to further abuse just as a means of combo breaking, which fair Yoda Cage has been doing some pretty wacky combos.
I could feel anything other than what he actually did there. He went for double dare. That was crazy.
He's trying to give a little bit of mix himself and utilize these platforms a little bit more. But
up smash.
Man, it almost.
But
battle dare.
I was just about to say we're actually seeing the reverse now, and Stretch is running away with it. But still, Stretch is up almost 90% here. He's doing really good this reset here.
Oh, no patience whatsoever. He dashed on full stage and said, "I'm going to nair you," and lo and behold,
success.
We did it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, backer comes through, a couple pivots to see what he wants. Oh my God!
I was not paying attention. Like I knew something. I saw him do it, but I was not ready for Stretch to just accept his fate.
Micro-spacing.
All right, Stretch looking really good right now. Only 34% on his second stock. Like, he could just run away with this one right here.
Yeah, maybe grand finals was for Data, as dead-ass finals we got going on. Stretch is really trying to set the tone. But you may take one, but not two. Oh
yes, let's go. Good tech read. On the no tech read.
Back throw, still trying to, like, Yoda's been doing so good at getting out of the positioning that Stretch wants him to be at.
Yeah.
But then Stretch is there anyway to cover that spacing. Like, it's disguise upon disguise for him right now, and it's working out so well.
I mean, that's something you have to do. Like, Lucina is such like a basic and kind of like a fundamental character where doing stuff like that is the game plan generally. And, that back air coming in, just destroying Stretch.
So I'm not saying there's a chance, but
there is a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance. But this is where your ground game really starts to thrive. Like at 151, Lucina can just go for F to oh my.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention. I was ready for that one.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. The dash
So
back
easy.
forward smash. Catching Yoda's jump in. So that was really good from Stretch. Just general, like, good fundamental play. He knew Yoda was going to just approach with an aerial again, so the dash back forward smash was going to catch it there.
Yeah, like have full access to your shield, have full access to your initial dash, and like running around. Like let yourself stay mobile, and if he tries to come in, like Lucina has a million ways to answer you and still find the kill.
Yeah, in like any situation, like that's kind of like a normal thing to expect here. But since both players are like playing in such a way where they're always trying to, it's like 3D chess. They're always trying to think of like the next move and what they're going to do and advance from that point. Just from Yoda just jumping out of shield and parrying it. That's something he hasn't really kind of continuously done all set. He's always been mixing it up and stuff like that. And for Stretch to be ready for something so simple, that really shows that Stretch has been paying attention, keeping these notes on, and he's ready for these things. So it was a good close from Stretch.
And a kind of a closer he needed when he went from getting like it was a 2-stock into a low percent 1-stock. Like he was kind of getting washed in those final 2 games, even on the small battlefield counter pick.
Yeah, because if you really think about it, we haven't been seeing a lot of just raw F smash or like raw moves from Stretch's side. So a lot of his kills are coming from either edge guards or just like a little string that combos into something like the F smash. But just for the raw F smash, it's definitely a statement to Yoda and kind of telling him he needs to slow a bit down here. But.
And I mean, we're back on Town and City. Like this is ride or die for Yoda. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that, but I am aware that happens. It's very frustrating for that second hit to hit you there.
Landing hitboxes, love them or hate them, they're there.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Almost. The fact that the kill spark was there, 300. Shows the strength of that move.
All right, that's a solid starter though. Nair 1, you need to make the most out of this. It looked like he had the roll in read. He covered himself anyway, but he had the idea down. It's been a little bit of flub execution on Stretch's part that allows Yoda to get back to center. But
wow,
again,
he's just ripping it now.
Lucina the Ripper. It gets ripped apart by the propeller. Yeesh.
This is good now because a lot of these games that we're seeing have been snowball games. This is one of the first games that we're seeing, especially in this reset, is the first game that we're seeing where it's not a snowball and they're both completely even here. So that's a really good sign of a good set. Both players are going back and forth. And all right, now the snowball begins.
Yeah, it's big combos like that, big X factors, quote unquote. Oh my lord!
Yep. And it wasn't enough percent to bring the clown card back.
I love the fastfall after an air 1 hit. Like that's just so like it really shows that that's what he was going
Yeah,
for.
that's what he wanted. He wanted that only the 1 hit there. Because imagine if he got both. He would have just clown carded back. He would have tapped the clown card in. He would have been alive still.
Still, the snowball still is in effect as long as Yoda has control of neutral like this, and as long as Stretch just keeps getting reset to ledge. A lot of ledge hops coming, like drop from ledge jump from Stretch right now. He's doing so to catch the Mecha Koopa, but it also leaves him very exposed to basically whatever Yoda Cage wants to do. That's something to keep in mind, that Stretch usually plays around the Koopa before he ends up playing around the turtle, but that's going to close it.
That is actually something we've been seeing a lot. He's been playing around the Mecha Koopa, and I don't know. I mean, Mecha Koopa is, like I said, this is essentially like a puppet character in quotes. He's not really playing a puppet character, but when a character has an item like this, like Gyro or Banana, that would be, in my opinion, Smash's version of that sort of thing. Like there's something else you have to worry about other than the character. I honestly don't think Mecha Koopa it's scary, but I don't think you have to really think about it a lot in the matchup. I still think Bowser Jr. is extremely strong. It's not like getting hit by Mecha Koopa is like, it's not like Banana. In my opinion, Banana is better. This runs around for you, but if it hits your shield, it dies immediately. Banana, he can pick it back up and do all this other stuff. I don't think you have to worry that much. And Gyro, too. I think both of those projectiles are better than Mecha Koopa, in my opinion.
Yeah, having things that are autonomous like that are helpful, but not so autonomous where they leave the position they should be in.
Yeah, I think Stretch should be worrying more about what Yoda Cage is going to do rather than what he's going to do with the Mecha Koopa, I guess. But he has been getting hit by Mecha Koopa and getting up for it, so it shows what I know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting so scared of the punish game, but you still have to deal with the turtle in the giant clown car, and you can barely
It's so
miss
funny
it.
to say it like that. The turtle in the giant clown car staring you dead in the eyes.
I don't know. Mario's weird, bro.
I mean, Bowser drives the gianter clown car. He has a, yeah, you know what I mean.
But
Forward smash, taking it.
Stretch is at his best when he's letting some of his suspicions or like hypotheses. He's just letting them rip. He's seeing how they work, and he's getting plenty of damage on it whenever he like actually decides to go full force in his offensive mode.
Yeah.
But I guess he may not be feeling as comfortable to do so in an even stock spot, which is why the first stock ends up mattering so much for Stretch and less so for Yoda Cage. Yet another nair.
Oh my God! The fact that yep, there you go, the side B. The fact that he double air dodge there was actually kind of scary. But Stretch running away with this game here.
No jump, but Yoda Cage waiting it out and letting him yet again ledge hop nair back on the stage.
Oh, that was good nair from Yoda. There you go. Catching Stretch, pressing buttons, and paired him off stage.
Big spot here for Yoda Cage, and that up throw will at the very least even the percentage a little bit. Missing the finisher, but you still gave him 46. You're feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Every time Stretch does that up B on accident, or he misses his, punishes the up B, I gasp. I'm afraid of him getting taken from like 0 to 70 with this character.
And that's kind of what you expect when you have like labbed out combos like this, but if you can go tit for tat with Lucina and with Stretch, like that only says so much. That says so much about your neutral.
Exactly.
Oh, he missed.
Oh my God. All right. I'm not gonna say it's doable, but
So you're saying there's a chance. Rolling? Aw.
that was okay. Honestly, it almost seemed like he was ready for Stretch to do what he did there. Nice roll. Run up back there.
It's a rough spot. You're forcing the roll. You're forcing a defensive option, and a raw backer like that natively covers center stage. So with the option that Stretch did, he's basically saying, hey, you have to stay in that corner, and I'm going to take center, and if you try to approach me, you die.
Correct, yeah.
So just, good stuff from Stretch as he goes to grand finals point, dead-ass finals point.
Uh-huh. All right. I'm assuming they went back to town.
It sounded like it, yeah.
2, 1, go!
He did it again. He just run up, ignores the Mecha Koopa, just there from off stage.
I wonder how much of that does Stretch consider just like negative frames? It's like if you're gonna spawn Mecha Koopa the wrong way, so you can go for a little bit of a niche setup as like characters like this tend to do, then I feel free just to take all of this space and there's nothing you can do, literally nothing you can do about
And the fact that Yoda Cage is kind of just like okay with it, I don't know how to feel about that really. Because this is like the second or third time Stretch has done that to his rollout essentially. Oh, countering the up smash.
That was such clean movement into a full counter and letting himself drift so far down. Like this is where Stretch can really cash out, but so can Yoda Cage.
Yep. All right, completely even here.
Well, just the edge of the down air, which could have set up for so much if Yoda reacted to it originally, but 61.
This is bad for Stretch. Oh, he didn't go down with him. He's kind of held ledge. Or not held ledge, held center stage.
I can understand wanting to be conservative, but it's interesting to see him retreat from stuff that worked. Maybe he's trying to get Stretch and forget about it.
In my opinion there, I mean, he already had burned one of his recovery or defensive options off stage. I feel like he should have chased him just a little bit more. Nice nair. He was definitely expecting, nice nair again. Okay.
Full stock up now. Well, at least a stock up, not a full stock.
Yeah.
Still 92, looking for the ledge jump, which, Dolphin Slash.
Yeah, up B is so crazy. He got him again, there you go.
That's so huge. Stretch has really figured out how to beat recovering low, and as long as he can force Yoda Cage to do it, he can be dead at any percent.
And playing a little bit of Bowser Jr. myself, recovering literally anywhere else but under the stage like that is so scary. Like, you never want to get hit. So that's why that would be like such a confident option to take. But Stretch, showing that he doesn't want him to do that.
I guess the answer to this problem is like, don't get thrown off stage. And
yeah.
Like Yoda Cage playing center so hard, but one hit from Lucina, any of these percents, one solid back air, one forward air can lead, one nair even, can just lead to his demise if Stretch is as confident as he seems with that edge guard.
Nice up smash.
Is
That's
he really
definitely
dead?
gonna take it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I guess he was at 100.
I'm pretty sure that was one of the buff moves, wasn't it? Wasn't up smash buffed a little bit?
I thought it was down smash.
Game 5, dead-ass finals.
Yeah.
Don't make some noise, boys.
Either way,
Game 14.
yeah, I was gonna say this is game 14, and there's 15. It's like a crazy set between the two. So I honestly have no idea how this is gonna go. Like normally I can come into like a grand finals and be like, yeah, I think this is going to happen, but I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, usually there's a trajectory.
Yeah.
This has really been all over the place, depending on like circumstance and quick information on what each player gets at the time.
I'm pretty sure there's been multiple. There was one 3-stock from Yoda. I'm pretty sure there was a 3-stock from Stretch at one point. Like this set has gone, back and forth the entire time. This has been a great set so far.
Yeah, just like fully exploring the depths of.
The ladder? Oh, almost.
Can't find the finisher, and he's looking for more.
Yeah. He's got to get out of here though.
Jump was used. Good recognition on Stretch part to follow the cart as it was held.
Yeah. That was a bad side beat.
God, he's going for it now.
Oh,
He's still alive.
almost.
Thank you. Say your prayers to Town and City.
Yeah.
Because it may have small sides. It may have really small sides.
As you're saying that.
But it's got a really tall ceiling.
The Mecha Koopa.
That was so cool.
Yeah. That's the second time he's waited for something like that. Negating the Mecha Koopa with that side B1.
Oh, but the daring to wait full stand as the forward air hits above him. Like, it's only 35, but that's absolutely damage you'll take.
You know what's crazy? There's so many times in this set where I want to say, damn, that's so good of Stretch to avoid that situation. Meanwhile, he's been losing because he's been getting hit with so much shit. That really says, like, the type of character that Bowser Jr. is. He's constantly throwing out this essential obstacle course that you have to deal with. And Stretch is doing an extremely good job at avoiding it almost every time. But the stuff that hits, Yoda tears him apart for it. Oh my god.
I mean, the same thing can be said in inverse. As with most things in this set, like they're playing a game of one-upman, and like if Yoda does anything, Stretch does it better, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like
always one-upping each other, correct.
Backer comes through with a Nair out of shield. This is really going to test Yoda Cage's resolve and to see if that mentality does hold firm. It's been a long set, but he still has a chance with some of the combos that he can pull out. But man, Stretches look like he's trying to clamp down the iron seal.
Yep. Stretch knows he has to
jump.
Oh, triple fair. Okay. Philly cheering for their boy.
God, everyone's popping off for Yoda Cage, the Philly native, but will the excursion from New York take this down? That's a hell of a starter.
Oh, I'm getting chills looking at this.
Oh my, everything is getting tight. 120. Bowser Jr. can certainly live a long time. God, the DP to get out of there. No jump. Stretch waiting, really starting to swing. That roll-in was risky, but it deserved it. And the shield break!
He's dead. GG's for Stretch. Oh my god! What a way to end it. He took a picture of him doing it. Wow. GG's on Stretch's part, and especially to end that entire set just like that. What a statement by
What an
Stretch.
absolute phenomenal game. Wow. There was, even at the very end, you still felt like Yoda Cage had something going. He was avoiding all this kill move, spacing and weaving around all of the massive aerials. But when you least expect it, the Beer vs. Shieldbreaker comes out.
Yeah. Wow. Literally, one of the best sets I've seen at Baecation.
Oh my god.
Especially because, you know, we witnessed the games before. We saw the best of 5 with them already, and Stretch taking that, and then Yoda just coming back, showing his adaptation, 3-stocking him at one point, and just reversing the whole scenario. Just for it to get to that point, and Stretch ends it with the shield break. Like, that was an amazing set.
Oh my.
That was
like, it went from 3-2 to Yoda Cage looking so well in a 3-1 in winners finals, just to get it run back. Like, 2 stocks on multiple sides, 3 stocks on multiple sides, and then it ends in a last hit. Like,
it's
God,
exactly
so
what
good.
you could want when you're commentating something like this. Perfect storyline. It's just amazing. Like,
Yeah, just
both players adapting almost to the T everywhere they had to. And like we saw, like from the beginning, we literally saw Yoda Cage one game in that set before they had gone to Grand. Yoda missed every tech on that up B. We literally witnessed him adapt to that and then push forward and continue to go off stage and look for those insertions because he no longer became afraid of missing those techs. He realized what he had to do to adapt, and then Stretch adapted on top of him. The Stretch literally whooped his ass, to say the least. He shield broke him right at the end.
Yeah.
He knew what he was going to do and ended it with a bang. Very good players. Very
just
good showing.
some good Smash Brothers in this Baecation. Like, so fucking good. But that's gonna. Well, come on over.